and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated babysitting with a passion. She deserved better, better circumstances. A black queen, she should have been blessed with certain chances. Look down upon, getting all the hurting glances, making men change up all the twerking stances. She never cried about the pain, only gritted her teeth. But most soldiers never get a flower or a wreath. She like G.I. Jane in the war with no relief. Don't recognize why killers was going through her beef. She said more prayers than the nun did. After seeing so much struggles with only one kid, the clinic said baby number 2 couldn't be undid. 9 months later, delivery and it's one big. But this time it was an older dude. But this shit happened so fast, she barely know the dude. Damn, but we all make mistakes though. And the older we get, that's how mistakes.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Hey, what's up? And welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Nate. I'm trying to fix the phone, and it's not working in my favor. So today we're back a little bit earlier than I personally wanted to be back, but we're gonna work it out. So for the month of January, we were supposed to be off, and I've been doing some other projects. One in rehearsal for a show that I'm doing called Pearly, and it's opening up on February the 14th. That's opening night, Valentine's Day, at 8 p.m. Admission is $30 at Arena Playhouse. That's 801 McCullough Street. You can go to www.arenaplayersinc.com. If you want to come opening night, there's going to be a big reception. We're supposed to have a special guest, a really special guest that's coming by. So if you want some refreshments and get that whole Valentine's Day treatment, bring a date, just definitely come on by. So it's a really good play. I'm in rehearsal, and that's what I've been doing December and since the last show. And we coming back only. We have a special guest that's coming by, Mr. Dimitri. He'll be joining us soon, and you've probably seen him around Baltimore. He's the gentleman that's I don't want to call him a Michael Jackson impersonator, but he mainly performs to Michael Jackson music, and last time I saw him, he was doing other artists as well. So definitely stay tuned, stay locked in. He'll be here shortly, probably like a half an hour or so. But we'll be having artists from Pearly stop by and join us on the show. So definitely stay tuned, stay locked in for that. And we'll have a number of the techs and musicians and actors from Pearly stop by and join us for some interviews, and that'll be just some special interviews. And then February, our guests for the actual Artist Exchange. I'm not saying those aren't actual Artist Exchange interviews, but to start our new year, we'll start actually in in February. I'm sorry, And we are definitely really excited about today's interview and the interviews that we'll be having with the guests. So stay tuned, stay locked in, and starting Monday, we'll start interviewing individuals for Pearly. And you'll get to meet a number of the actors and the chorus members, the musicians, the director, the crew, so on and so forth. So stay locked in for that. I see Miss Richburg is online. Let me try to share it out a little bit. So today's topic is New Year, New Me. A little bit about my resolution this year. I am working on a number of projects, and I can say one of them is a book. One of them is a play that I want to start directing, and I've been working on a book for the last year and a half, and a number of snags have happened, but I think I'm on a better course with it this time, and it's all about working with individuals and people who have your best interest at heart. Don't just try to fill up your roster or your schedule with people who want to do good things. Really focus in and hone in on people who share your interest or share your intentions. Be very clear about yours, and if you find yourself around people who aren't really clear about their intentions, chances are that person isn't who you should be working with in that moment. Not to say you can't work with them or you're not meant for each other, or even if that person is a bad person. I don't think any of those things. I just think that in that moment, it wasn't meant to be. So really getting really strategic and intentional about what I want and who I want in my space, and slowly starting to reincorporate some things that I kind of put on a pause last year and for the last almost 2 years now. So I'm really working on some things. Hey, Ms. Richburg, I see you're online. Ms. Richburg, the jet setter, always on a flight, always at a workshop or talking. But thanks to individuals like Ms. Richburg, who is now part of, my circle and helping me to create those circle of people who I can call on, or who can call on me, or I can just bounce things off of and not feel afraid that my ideas will be ignored or stolen or just not nurtured. I don't want any yes people around me, and Miss Richburg is definitely not a yes person, but really surrounding myself with like-minded people, and not that typical like-minded person, but like-minded, like intentions type of people. I want people who not only want to succeed and get money, but I want people who want to treat people with respect. I want people around me that love people, that love being around people, that love helping people, that love being in support, and not support isn't just giving me time or giving me money or giving me, but being supportive. Like when you're not in my presence, how are you talking about me? And I had posted a meme a couple weeks ago, and it said, people can't support you in public because of how they speak about you in private. And that ain't about haters. I don't subscribe to that notion of haters, but we do have people around us that really don't like us for whatever reason. It could be something that we really did to them, but for whatever reason, they won't really respect the new person that we are and or who we really are. So my resolution for this year is really to stick to my intentions. Don't get off track or lose focus or distracted by things, places, or ideas or past happenings. Don't get distracted. And that's as easy as I can say it. And that's as smooth as I can detail it in this moment. But for the last month, since I did my last show, I've really been focusing on just the parts of me that I really want to, how can I say, the parts of me that I really want to improve upon, or the parts of me that I really want to push that successful envelope, or the parts of me that I've been kind of hiding and keeping under wraps or dumbing down for the sake of making other people comfortable. So for me, I really am excited about this year. And we all say new year, new me, 2020 vision. Like everybody's on that. And then halfway throughout the year or 2/4 of the way down, we are the same person. And I'm not changing who I am, but I'm pretty much making everything that I want a reality, whether or not it's just the planning about it or planning for it or actually applying it. And it's more applying this year. So I'm really excited. I've been really taking the business side of what I want a little bit more seriously, getting my personal finances in order and my business finances in order. And I've been saying no to things that don't make dollars or cents for me. I can't keep giving from an empty cup. I can't bring those habits with me anymore. So thank you to everybody that supported us up until this point throughout 2019. Shout out to everybody that's going to be on the show this year. I'm really excited about the guests that we've booked so February is already booked. So shout out to all those people. You'll start seeing the promotions for that. And it'll be a couple changes here and there, but ultimately the Artist Exchange is a platform for individuals to share their story, promote what they're doing, yes, promote their artistry, their work, their civic passion, their business passion, but simply to tell our story. So that platform is not changing, but we're just going to do it differently in a new year. We won't always be in the studio. We'll have a lot of interviews that are pre-recorded now. I've been doing some interviews with a number of individuals throughout Baltimore and people that I've been meeting. We have a, not a tour, I wouldn't call it a tour, but we'll be doing some live interviews in a couple cities. I'm planning some dates and some locations, so look out for that. I'm really excited, really happy to know that things are looking up in a different way for me and for the Artist Exchange. So, resolution, staying strong to my intentions and staying focused and on course, on the course of my journey. What's new? Some things that we have coming up, we'll be doing a lot more workshops this year. I already have a few dates starting in March. We'll be doing facilitating a number of workshops. Two of the ones that we've been doing throughout last year and the year before, one on safe spaces and consent, and the other one on building healthy relationships within your passion, and really building that audience, that diverse audience, so we can expand. So those workshops, I have a couple workshops that are in the works, and in terms of setting dates already are set, but the promotion for that will start in February, and those dates will start actually in March. And we have a couple workshops that are slated to start, and thank you, slated to start in the end of February. But right now I'm focusing a lot of my attention for February on starting the show back up, officially starting the show up for the new year, and working with Pearly. So please, if you haven't gotten your tickets for this, please, I've been working really hard. I'm a little hoarse right now, but we have been working really hard. We have an incredible cast of people. I was just talking to someone last night, Mama Meekins, the stage manager, and it's been a long time since I worked on a cast of people who are all there for the right reasons. No drama, no BS, just all work and a little socializing on the side. So we're going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on Big Exposed Radio.
This unknown, to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move, don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't get the feels off from me. I know she couldn't get the feels off from me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark. Show enough, she couldn't get the feels off from me. We do whatever you like. Get the feels off from me. I know she couldn't get the feels off from me. Let's slide, you and me alone, to find who we really are. Crash into something new. I got that lamp hanging up the car. Throw me a kiss, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, I wanna take you, but we gotta groove so we can lose the crowd. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move, don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't get the feels off from me. I know she couldn't get the feels off from me. Touching hands till we dance.
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools,
Yeah.
and what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted, and an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. Right. And the way that you're able to...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's up, and welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show, here live only on BeExposedRadio.com, just sharing it out a little bit more. Not having great success. If you're watching, please take a moment, share this out. I am back. So I wanted to take a little bit of time out to say, one, January has been a really tough time because I lost a couple people. One, my stepdad, Billy, he died a couple years ago, and it's, you don't realize how much somebody meant in your life until you no longer have them. And he was definitely one of them people that I had some regrets once he passed away. And secondly, my grandmother, and I always, this is a glass jewelry kind of case that she gave me a long time ago when I started like tinkering with the idea of making jewelry. And I keep this with me like all the time. I always put it on my tables whenever I go out, just so I can remember like where my creativity came from. And I've talked about this a number of times before in the show, but my grandmother used to, like, she was really creative. She used to paint, and she used to like take the spackle and do like the popcorn ceilings and the designs in the ceiling. She was really creative in that way. And I remember many times in the springtime, she would sit in, I think that's, I forgot, is that Harlem Park or Johnson's? I forgot the name of the square that's down there off of Lafayette. I think it's Lafayette Square, something like that. And we would sit in that park, and she would make these paper mache or paper, tissue paper roses and bouquets and boutonnieres, and she would sell them in a park. She would have them on a board, and she would put them on this. And I just remember being young and just watching her, and she would let me help her do those things. And growing up, I didn't really do anything else but art. Like, that's been my life as an adult. I've had regular jobs as an adult, but I've mainly been a professional artist in many different fields. And I have to give her a lot of the credit for that, because along with my mother, of course, but she definitely was one of the people that outwardly, showed me how to actually create art. And I had to I made a post for her this year, because I tried to almost ignore her birthday, but it kind of was too much to really ignore. And it really kind of sit me down yesterday, and I had to really think of a way to kind of express that. So I wrote a post to her memory and what kind of what she was, just introducing her to people in terms of, because a lot of my friends never met her, because unfortunately she was taken away. She was killed a number of years ago. And the case has never really been solved. So I know a lot of my family members, it's still an uneasy feeling for us. So I just wanted to acknowledge her presence and who she was, because often as we're in a city like Baltimore, there are a lot of senseless things going on, and that was definitely a senseless thing. She had never did anything to anybody. So we live with these things, and they go unsolved or untouched, and people are still living with them. So with all these murders that we're keeping so tightly track to now in terms of the number and how it's growing, but we're not taking into consideration of people that are left behind once these people are taken away. And any death is senseless, but we have to really focus on family and really being there for people. So a lot of these things can be avoided if people had a different mindset or a different perspective in life. It really has puzzled me what could go through a person's mind when they're out to kill. Like, how angry do you have to be, or disturbed do you have to be to commit a murder and not express any type of sympathy or, well, I don't even want the sympathy. I just want to fix the problem that causes it, because the sympathy is something that you have to deal with as an individual. But I wanted to definitely express how I felt and her acknowledge her presence, because every year that she hasn't been here, I know I've seen the effects in our family and our relationship and our dynamic, and just how I trust people. It's been hard for me to really trust strangers because you never know, who knows something, who didn't know. So thank you. So I wanted to give this segment a real shout out to this Vashti Blue jewelry and what it has meant for me. If you want to get your own piece of Vashti Blue, you can go to Vashti Blue. That's VASHTIBLUE jewelry.com, and you can get a plethora. I've just restarted the account. I was on Etsy a number of years ago, and I just came back to it, and the site has just been sitting there for a long time. So I'm re-energized and really getting some things done. And Vashti Blue is some one-of-a-kind wearable art pieces that you can take and definitely turn some heads. So go to the website, www.vashtibluejewelry.com. We're going to take our second break, and hopefully our guests be here soon. So take a break, share this out with your friends and family, and we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go. Chose by another nigga, bitch, damn. This chopper got 50 round clip. So this Molly and the syrup got me geeking, shorty. Ain't know I popped them Xannies, had them sleeping on me. Love in a hood full of hate. Pray to God that he open up them gates. Rest in peace to Freddie Gray and Lil Scooter. Putting on for
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
You right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this. Money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month, maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste. I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't a man to me to let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, don't pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I beat the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save you, the weed too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry favors, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you
you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patience run thin, yeah, nigga OT, cause they wanna see me bound like I'm an NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me, say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't music sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm steady green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king when chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. Man, see the problem is, man, you know, I keep it 100, man. Yeah, man, like if I got it, then you got it. Yeah, man, but if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Nate Couser, and we're here today on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, and I am really excited to start a new year in radio. Most of my radio experience has come from being here on Be Exposed Radio, and it's been a really different experience, a really great experience, but very different in that I have worked with other people in their shows prior to coming here on Be Exposed, and I'm really, I've been really blessed to have an opportunity to do my show my way. And if you want that same experience and you need a little bit of help and you want to formulate an idea or you want to create a new platform for an idea that you already have, or if you already have a show, you want to bring it here, whatever the combination is, definitely hit us up at info@beexposedradio.com. In the subject box, say, Nate, I want a show, and I'll definitely reach out to you and we can set up a meeting and get the ball rolling and helping you to create a new space for your content here at BeExposedRadio.com. So I said today's subject was New Year, New Me. And in this segment, our guests is running a little bit behind, so I'm going to jump right into our conversation today, and it's living with intentions. It's really easy to get off course when you are an adult, because we have bills and we got responsibilities and we have relationships that we want to maintain and be a part of. And it's really hard to lose focus in our intentions. It's really easy to do that because the moment you're focused on paying a bill or saving or going to getting ready for a friend's wedding or birthday or outing or event, you can lose focus in who you are. And some of what I've been kind of meditating over is not necessarily becoming this new me, but really ironing out what my intentions are. That word kept on, was on my heart for a minute now, just intentions. What are your intentions? And whenever I meet with someone, whether it's somebody I'm gonna work with or somebody who's gonna work with me, or, bringing on a new show here on the station or whatever it may be, whenever I'm meeting with somebody, I always hone in on what that person's intention is. I had a couple meetings yesterday, and both meetings I made clear what my intentions were, and I was very clear and articulate when I expressed the question, what is your intention? And most people have a hard time answering that question because they think intention means something necessarily negative. And intention isn't a negative thing. Your intention becomes negative when you seek to harm, hurt, or damage the person across from you. That's when intention becomes a bad thing. But for me, intentions are my goals, my desires, my dreams, the reason we're sitting here talking, the reason I want to work with you or you want to work with me. Those are your intentions. And a lot of people keep those things hidden or under wraps, or they refuse to expose their intentions because I'm showing you my hand. But if I can't show the person who I want to partner with or work with my intentions, then I don't really want to work with people no more. And I'm a person that I sometimes say too much because I'm trusting that the person that I'm speaking to has my best intention, my best interest rather, at heart. And that's not always the truth. So we have to examine the people, one, that we want to work with and us building our teams. Thanks to Ms. Richburg. And that was a really powerful conversation that we've had a couple times, that I needed to hear a couple times because I just was out for helping people and I needed help. So I wanted to help anybody that was willing to sit and help me or appear to be helping me. And this year, my intention is much different. I don't want help. I got a really powerful word from a person that has really become a really great part of my life, Latanya Valencia Moss. She was actually our last show for our second to last show, and she came on with her son, and one of her messages, she did a live every day, and she did one of her last lives here on the show, but she did a live every day for 30 days in December, and one of her messages was, what's your intention? And really honing in and focusing in on why we do things, why are we sitting here, what business do we have with each other, why this moment, why me, why you, why us, and me talking with her, it really made it clear for me why I do the things that I do. I was built to be someone helpful. And I was raised by a bunch of really strong women who were very generous, who were very giving, who would help you do anything. That woman that I mentioned before, my grandmother, Shirley Chisley, was real. I mean, she would come to your house and clean, just clean. You didn't ask her to, you didn't tell her to, you didn't pay her to, but she did it. And my mother, my aunts, really helpful people in their own way and their own personality, from their own perspective. And it's natural in me to be that giving of myself, that giving of my talents, that giving of the parts of me that are many parts of me. I give so many parts of me and so much of me. I've had to pull back because I need something for myself. But that word intention has been just tapping me on my shoulder and just making noise in my life. And I really wanted to speak on that today and figure out how we define intention. So if you're listening, please, in the comment section, let me know, what are your intentions? Just in general, not with your support of the show, but in your own life, in your own pursuits of your career, of your desires, of your passions. What are your intentions in life? When it comes to doing business with people, how do you measure intentions? Or do you ask about other people's intentions? Do you express your own intentions? I wanted to really think about where I wanted to go, and all the people that I had in my life that I was doing work with, outside of friendships, of course. What was my intention? And then once I began to be able to define that, then I started to look at the relationships outside of business that I had in my life, friendships. What was our intention? And if those people, we can go to a break. We can go to a break. But what my intentions were with those individuals, friendships. And then once I was able to clearly define those lines that I wanted in friendships, what was my intentions with my family and my loved ones beyond friends and business? And for the last month since I did my last show for 2019, I began to clearly define my intentions with all the different people and places and things in my life. And I'm still working on, tweaking a few of them, but I have a clear general intention for everything that I do. And then specifically with my relationships, with my loved ones, with my business, with work, with strength, I have clear, defined intentions. And I always ask people what they want. And that's always the first thing I ask. And I'm clear about wanting people around me that share in my, you don't have to want what I want in life, but intentions to me are tied into my feelings, the way I love, my love languages. So I've been working on that. And we're gonna go to a quick commercial break because I believe my guest is here today. So we're gonna continue that conversation a little bit later in the show. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up to, we gotta go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how I really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head. I could wait for your response, but they let her hear me talk, so I just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls.
He's dead.
Oh, 6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Okay. Or probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you know you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of thing. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh,
man. Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio.
Like keys only have this bitch jumping.
Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel rap. Let's do it. If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell them where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell them where the cash. You play it for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay, sure.
So this is I'm not going to bring out an old date from the past, or this is about you and just sharing your story.
Sure.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. We have our special guest, actually our first guest for the new year.
Oh wow, really?
For the new year.
Oh my!
I was taking a little break. I work with babies, so I gotta preserve the energy.
I feel you.
Speaking of conserving the energy, and I want you to introduce yourself first.
Well, my name is Dimitri Reeves. I'm the greatest of all time. I try to inspire people to love themselves. You have to love yourself to love other people. And I try to teach people that I'm great, but you are great too. Greatness uplifts people with greatness uplifts greatness. It doesn't step on other people and say I'm greater than you. Right. That's what greatness is. It just is. And you don't get jealous when you're great. When people are jealous, you're not great.
So I've, as I was telling this gentleman, I have been a fan of yours for a number of years.
I appreciate
and I've watched a number of your clips, and I just really started using social media. And you posted a post, and we can talk about that later if you choose to.
Sure.
But your honesty, because normally I see you performing, and you're getting your thing, and you've probably seen him, and beyond Baltimore, even beyond Maryland, I've seen you in other places. Yeah. I think you went to New Orleans one time.
No, Las Vegas.
Okay.
I've been went to California, went to New York, and stuff like Flint, Michigan. When the water was damaged, went to Texas. When they needed water, we just bought a whole bunch of water and drove to Texas to get
probably performed along the way.
Exactly. Do you know there's some places that live in Texas didn't even help Texas?
Right. So So that post was the first time that I saw you kind of break the fourth wall and talk like you, and it inspired me. I was like, not so much that I never wanted you on the show, but I always wanted you, but you've been booked and busy.
Oh wow!
But it was the first time that I saw you. Right. And not the character, not the performer, not the business, but the person. And it was interesting to see somebody be that honest. And at 36 now, I'm learning to be that authentic and that honest with myself. And it takes a lot of heart when you're an artist and you are the business, your face, to be that transparent. And I think we are kind of grooming our artists now to be so open. Some of them are a little too open, but we're definitely in a space where it's comfortable, especially for black men, to be that honest. So I think it was like late at night, and I responded, and you responded. I was like, well, this must be the time. So let me hear somebody in the morning. But it was refreshing to see somebody who has been working so hard and about the business really decide just to be honest. But tell me a little bit about who you were as a child and kind of bring us up to speed to the man that I'm seeing right now.
Okay. So when I was young, my grandmother, I remember my grandmother giving me, she said cereal. I just remember her giving me cereal. And she taught, this is connected to the story. I told my parents, I want cereal. They say, you're not getting no cereal. It's you know, it's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. You don't need no cereal. I said, I want cereal. My grandmother said, my baby, if he wants cereal, he's gonna get cereal.
Nothing about grandma's love.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I just think my mom and dad was jealous because they didn't get spoiled. But that's not a story. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's jealousy. It comes to So when she gave me the cereal, I just took one bite and threw it in the trash. Now, I didn't want the cereal, but she gave it to me. So growing up, I see that. I went to school. I was a class clown. I was an entertainer. I didn't care. I didn't miss a day. I didn't care about the schoolwork. I wanted to go entertain the people. People saw a classroom. I saw an audience. So I was performing all the time, making people laugh. Teachers would be like,
"You see a line at the DMV?
Right,
I see
an audience." If I had change, I'd get you preaching. So that's what I see. That's what we see when we go out on the streets and go to places. They're like, "What are you doing here? You need to be da da da." Like, this is an open. If I go on Food Line right now, Walmart, that's an audience. Everybody's so focused on the venue.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's the people. The people make the venue. The venue don't make the. I'm preaching.
I'm preaching.
So my whole thing was after I graduated, I got into some things. I got into a race war one time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, race war down St. Mary's County.
Yeah.
And everybody, it was so powerful because the guy called me the N word, and I walked away. My dad said by 12, 11 o'clock. That was funny. It was 11 p.m. because that's when I was younger. He did say that. I remember that 12, 11 o'clock. 12, 11. You better be suspended. I didn't like fighting, but I'm not gonna fight my dad. So I went out there and I fought, and it's like when I did that, I went in. All his friends stood up trying to jump me. The whole cafeteria stood up.
Oh wow!
And started jumping in and fighting for me.
Were you shocked at? I mean, was this the norm for you at that time?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know I was touching people's lives. I was touching people's lives. Those kids in school actually liked me. And the teacher pulled me over and said, "You know, Dimitri, they're laughing at you, not with you." I said, "At least they're laughing." That's it, and that's all, and that's my whole thing. And I don't like fighting because when you fight, it's just the Jews and the Palestinians are still fighting till this day. War does not. It doesn't because you can kill somebody's brother who's been a good, and you don't know who life they touch, so they're gonna come after you
because
you
don't even know the origin.
Exactly.
Passing down.
Exactly. So that's my whole thing with this, and that's what I had to learn. So I got herpes from having sex because I was so heartbroken. I was so heartbroken. It hurt, man. I was crying. I was drinking. I was smoking. I was doing everything just to run away from this feeling that I felt like I was falling in this black pit. That I couldn't. I was falling so fast, falling so fast and so deep, and I couldn't grab. It's like fall. It's like you ever. Oh my God! You ever been a kid and going down the tunnel? You try to grab that. That's what it felt like. But I was just sliding.
Wow.
And I almost committed suicide. I ran in the bathwater. I sat in the tub and I sat there for a minute. And I tried. I said, "All right, come on, Rich. You got. I'm ready to go. I'm tired. I'm tired of this." Because back then too, me and my dad didn't get along either that well. We're just getting our relationship back on track, but we didn't get along that well. So I didn't feel right. No problem. I'm 27.
Okay.
So all that was just coming up. All these things that happened to me when I was younger, and everything coming up. And being molested as a child, I didn't know how to. All this stuff, and I'm like. I got out the tub and looked in the mirror and I started crying. I told myself, I'm sorry, Dimitri. Because you have to look at yourself and tell yourself, I'm sorry. And I love you. Because we look for love from other people. We don't love ourselves. We're looking for love from the wrong people.
You knew your purpose. So people who choose that avenue, and I'm not here to judge.
Sure.
But people who choose that avenue often are disconnected from their purpose. So it's easy to just let go.
Right.
But you probably felt your purpose or knew that purpose despite all the other stuff that was going on.
That's true. Honestly, I didn't know my purpose. That's all I did. I just knew I liked to entertain. And I think that when Michael I asked whoever you believe in, I asked the higher ups. I said, hey, I asked myself, I said, please, I want to at least be on the BT Awards or VH1, iHeartRadio Awards, all that stuff, and my music go crazy and be streaming everything, or at least I want to headline WrestleMania. One of the two, because I love because I loved wrestling, and I found out I didn't like wrestling. I actually liked the theatrics of wrestling, wrestling.
Right.
So then 3 days, I think it was 3 days later or a week later, Michael Jackson passed away.
Oh, okay.
And when he passed away, it's like a light bulb. But that day, I just went down and started practicing. And then things connected. The first time I tried out for the Michael Jackson and Greater Washington Urban League competition, I walked through the doors, the guy looked at me and he said, "What song you doing?" I said, "I'm doing The Way You Make Me Feel." He said, "You're gonna lose." You're gonna lose. So my stuff was shot down. I was just. I went inside, saw somebody was doing Thriller. I said, "Oh my God!" I just went in there and Omarosa, she was on The Apprentice with Donald Trump and everything. I just flirted with her and just entertained instead of just focus on the entertaining, not so much the dancing, not so much the singing, the entertaining. That because you have people who can sing their butt off, and people are just like, "Oh, you can sing your butt off, okay?" And it's nothing visual. You have people who can dance their butt off, and they'll go far, but if you combine the two, oh my God. And with entertaining too.
So, but what were you, you were entertaining from a very young age, but what were you doing creatively prior to Michael Jackson passing away? Like,
what was I doing? No, I was being funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a class clown. When people laugh, I don't care if you laughing at me or with me, you laughing.
Okay.
I made a difference in your life.
But see, I'm still thinking you were still young though.
Yeah, I was when Michael Jackson died. I think I was 16 years old, 15 or 16. That's when the ball went on. So I did that. Yep.
Because you picked somebody. I mean, was that the only person that you saw at that time, or you just picked the biggest star?
The biggest star. Biggest. People don't reach for the biggest. They just. No, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. Let me get maybe that crumb on the table because I'm trying to be humble. That's not humble. Don't you ever out? Oh my God. That's never humble.
So what started the street performance aspect of it?
My manager Vaughn Mason, you know the song Bounce. Roller skaters celebrate the disco way. Okay. So he took me and he saw me. He admitted to me years later that was his machine that messed up my CD because it skipped. And he said he don't know what happened. That was his fault. Oh wow! He just admitted that to me because he was
the performance that you did.
From the performance I did when he saw me. Okay. When he first saw me, I did a performance in church. I did a performance and my CD was skipping really bad. CD skipped really bad. And once my CD started skipping, I went through it. He saw that, pushed through it, and he wanted to sign me. He was like, "Yo, he did Bounce Our Skate Roll. He used to tour with Prince and Rick James back in the day. He took me under his wing. He's passing it on. He sold over 1 million records. He has his gold record on his wall. When I walk in, it's like inspiration every time,
Cool. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, pay some bills. We'll be back with this gentleman, this star that's sitting before us. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal.
Whatever happened to the times when we cared for one another? We shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. Full of the things that we've overcome. Full of unspoken battles we've won. You're so much better than that. Sometimes the truth ain't always catchy as rap. Stop chasing cheese or you get stuck in a trap. Go get your crown and never render it back. No. Why would you treat yourself like that? Stop all that blasphemy. We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. You're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. You're way too gifted to stop and listen. It's condescending, not to mention all of our ignorance. Is their permission to?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
can you save me? Can you save me? It's like.
Katrina had to get something.
Was it? Yeah. Okay. You know the joke I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when he he's like, dump. I sent 3 boats, dummy. Like that's real. That's real. Hey, we're looking for him to come down. Looking for somebody to come down on steps and say, "I got you," and that's the wrong idea.
So who are you on a regular basis, like, or is this you every day? Like, are you going to the grocery store like this?
Come here, Lee. Can you come here real quick, please? Can you come here? Am I like this every day?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Consecutively?
Consecutively.
You can go back, Lee. I love you so much. That's every day.
Where do you find this energy, sir? Like, if you waking up like, I gotta just, let me just put my glitter on today. If you're waking up like that, like, what happens when it's time to go to sleep? Do you just
glitter is in my
out?
bed? I fall in glitter. I sleep in glitter. I bathe in glitter. I brush in glitter. I swear to you, I'm not playing. I really, and because you have to take what you do serious. My mother, you gotta take. If you serious about your art, like this room, this is impressive. I'm so proud of you. If anybody ever tell you they're proud of you, I'm so proud of you. You are so great. Don't let nobody tell you you're not.
Appreciate you, sir. Tell Sally Mae that.
Sally Mae too. You great too. Can't see you, but I love you.
I found where she at. I know where you at.
You know.
Drove past it.
Oh my gosh.
But in terms of just the persona, where does that come from? Like
deep within. It comes from greatness.
Okay.
I'm being honest. It's coming from great. When I tell people, I'm not being arrogant or cocky. When I say when you look this good, because I do look good. I would be. But I'm trying to teach people how to feel about themselves because we spend so much time once again Oh my God. We need teachers in schools. Kids are committing suicide over likes. And they think they slick. They put a heart to represent the like.
Right.
If you look at the heart, what it really means, it means love. So now they're looking at it as they don't love me.
Right.
So now,
right.
So it's the mental. It's the and then when they see that, they're like, and they panic or they say, "F you! You didn't share my post." Sometimes the algorithm don't put your post in front of them. So now you're mad at something. It's creating. I unfriended somebody because we weren't liking each other's posts or whatever. It wasn't nothing me, but I unfriended them and they hit me up and said, "Why you unfriend me?" Now, I'm not beefing with you, just unfriending you because we aren't support. And we're not doing anything for each other. You have to get around people who are doing something for you and you are doing something for them. That's all life is. We're helping each other exchange information. We are exchanging information. Right now, we're exchanging information.
But that's a weird thing because I'm a school teacher.
Okay.
So I'm watching a lot of young people falsely equate liking and loving and emotions and not understanding how to set boundaries.
Correct.
And they don't have all that. They don't have any interpersonal skills.
Right.
Because this has become their relationship boundary, the phone or the social media.
Right.
How have you set a balance in that? Because you put a lot out there in terms of content, but how do you, or have you learned to set those boundaries?
That's a good question.
Because you meet so many people, so they assume they know you, but how do you set those boundaries in your real life?
There's no boundaries for me. I tell people, I give people my number. I tell them, call me whenever you need me.
Okay.
I have a song, Never Be Far is my song that I just released. It says a lot, and it's dedicated to the military. Because I respect the military. Without them, we'd be underneath this table talking. So what are you doing? So I thank them and the police officers and then the fire department, everybody who help in the school, teachers too. You guys teaching, that's a lot of work. Yes. But again, I appreciate you guys. But I don't set any boundaries. Getting back to hand, I don't set any boundaries. I just tell people, hey, I love you. I do. I love you because right now, what happens is. We go out in this world and we put up a shell. We're not our true selves when we go out in this. We are programmed because our parents teach us that when we're young, falsely teach us that. You have to be like this. So when people get in their circle and they be like, "Oh my God, my friend was fake." Well, aren't you fake?
Yeah.
If you're real when you walk out this place, you will attract real people. Because real people will be like, "Oh, I feel like I can be myself around this person because this person is being authentic." So you teaching me how to be authentic.
So, I mean, what did you have inspirations to be like a pastor or like this big evangelist and you just stumbled upon the glitter? Like what?
Well, you can't stumble upon greatness. It's bestowed upon you. Like, you're fine. I'm joking. So, I don't know what happened. I'm here. The day is here. I don't know what happened, but
did
something
you have
happened.
that list of stuff that you wanted to be? Like, I want to be a doctor or a lawyer?
Yes. So, and I am. I'm the most famous person to ever exist. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest of life. Nobody's gonna tell me different. I'm a king. I'm beyond that. I'm emperor. I'm beyond that. I am the universe. Nobody's gonna tell me otherwise. And I'm trying to teach people you can think that too. And if anybody ever gets jealous when you say that you are great, get it from around them. That is enemy territory.
Have you ever thought about being a teacher? Because some of us lose that. Some of it, like for me, I'm a theater teacher, but it's hard for me to sometimes think about the art because I'm sitting in front of trauma. But have you ever thought about, I know you go into a lot of schools, but just being in the school system or a part of it beyond workshops or one day.
I never thought about that. I'm gonna ask a favor. This is on camera, so you better not answer incorrect.
I got you.
All right. So I need a favor. Well, I'll give you you already have my information. Could you mention, I went to a school one time, not like this, so I didn't have a message, so that makes sense. I have a message now I can deliver to the kids. So could you just pass the word on to somebody in the school system?
You can come to my store if you want to.
You have to give me the address and everything and tell me the day. I will come through and talk to people.
I got you.
Thank you so much. But yeah, but my pain was my victory.
Okay.
You have to go out and get pain. If you want to grow, go get some pain. You have to. Pain is art.
Most artists are in that type of pain. But are you living with it, or have you used the art to kind of heal from it?
I use the art to heal from it.
Okay. Because I hear a lot of artists, they're living with the pain because they think that's what makes them great.
No, you have to get rid of it. They're just holding around garbage. You have to get rid of it. But I'm going to tell you one thing, though. Honestly, so this is real. Those artists who are holding the pain, they're going to go huge. They're going to go far. Because honestly, I'm going to contradict myself. So let me go back to what I said, because somebody watching me like, that makes sense. Go back, let me erase that. Yes, you have to carry the pain with you. Because if you're thinking business-wise, you want to go far, yes. If you're not thinking business, no, you don't have to do that. Because that's why most entertainers die young. Because they're carrying the pain. Because if that pain, you ever see somebody say, man, when they first came out, they were amazing. Now they ain't that good because they healed.
But is it possible to kind of harness that pain but not get high off of it? Like,
no, because you have to tap into that pain to get the greatness out. I swear that's true. Okay. You have to tap into that. A girl hugged me and said the realest thing. She hugged me, she said, you know what makes us artists? We have to tap into that every time we make something.
And I know for me, the journey has become, and I noticed the more I sought personal and spiritual balance, the less I wanted to. I'm a stage actor. The less I wanted to be on stage, and it's almost like it was a drug, and the more I got myself balanced, the less you wanted.
You didn't get? Did you? This may get personal. Can we get personal here?
Sure, we can get personal.
Did you get attention when you were younger?
Yeah, I got attention.
You got a lot of attention.
I got a lot of attention.
So when you got older, did that attention kind of dwindle away? And that's you're like, okay, they kind of trained you to be, because that's what happened to me.
But see, the attention was never what put me in the theater space.
What was the drug you were looking for?
I just like being a character. I like being. I grew up loving Whoopi Goldberg, and we know Whoopi Goldberg has been everything. And I followed that, and I wanted to be that thing. I wanted to
people.
Yeah, I wanted to give that to people. But in the midst of it, art became like a cushion.
For what?
Whatever was wrong, like whatever was going wrong, or whatever wasn't right, or whatever I felt was like. And it's a lot of the stuff wasn't even me. It was just stuff that I saw. And I wanted to like just heal people, and that's why I chose theater, because it's we right in front of each other. It's not like before. We all have.
We all have, but you've been cut deep.
Yeah,
we're not talking about everybody. It's talking about you. We all have.
This is my show.
Yeah, right. We're talking about you.
But that's why I asked the artists: do you feel like it's possible to live in the art without the struggle?
That makes sense. That makes sense now. Yeah. So. So yeah, no, you can't.
So we have to have a conversation.
We do. We have to go. We have to go. Yeah, we have to get. Yeah, hit me
Off
up.
the record.
Yeah, off record. We have to go deep. Seriously, I'm serious. But yeah, I feel like you can't because you won't reach it from empty stuff. It's like people. It's like when you want something. Oh, you finally got it. You got. Oh, now you have the trillions of people plot for you. You get that, but you still don't feel fulfilled. So that'll get you more. But if you feel fulfilled, then you won't get as much. But maybe that's where you want to be.
You like how can you walk away from a $10 million contract? Because I'm not fulfilled in that.
That's true. No, that is true. I don't know for me, but that.
Well, if you already got $10 million,
that's
it's kind of easy to walk away from $10 million. But you still people.
That's real. That's real. That's real.
I mean, rich people can always say it doesn't really satisfy you because you already got it.
Yeah, right.
When you're in that struggle of getting to where your goals are.
That's what happens. Mm-hmm. You don't have time to think, so you finally get that $1 million, and then you're like, now you have to deal with all the pain that you've been ignoring. Mm-hmm. Then it hits you. Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
Money doesn't make you happy.
Right. You have to deal with yourself
because
first.
You're thinking that goal is going to make me. I'm gonna be so satisfied.
That's real.
And you like, no, this is garbage still. I just can make my garbage look like Louis Vuitton.
Right, exactly.
I got Louis Vuitton trash bags now instead of the old, dollar store ones.
I'm going to give y'all some advice. First off, if you make money, put some away. No, don't put some away because money loses value over time. Mm-hmm. Invest it. Mm-hmm. So when you invest it, I think it's called Robinhood. Invest your money. Okay. Once you
sponsor us, Robinhood.
Yes, please, Robinhood. Download that app and invest your money. It can be $10. You can invest $10, and then invest over time and invest in something that pays dividends. That means they pay you something for investing in their company. And then just put something away every time. Don't pay attention to it. Second, if you want to go out and get something shiny. Wear the shiniest thing.
Or you can go out and buy a $1 can of glitter.
Right. That's all. That's all. Everything is.
I'm catching on.
That's all it is. Because it's a reflection of water. We love that. Mm-hmm. We are still connected to, we're all one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're still connected to this world. Whether you want to believe that or not. So, go get some glitter. Go get greatness.
I'll ask you, when are you your most vulnerable?
Okay. Mm-hmm. You want to be my most vulnerable?
When are you...
Oh, I want to be my most vulnerable. I'm being vulnerable.
When are you your most vulnerable? Or do you allow yourself to get to that point? One of our guests say some people think money can take the pain away, but it sometimes is a wonderful distraction.
Right. You're right. It's a distraction. Mm-hmm. You are right. It's a wonderful distraction. That's all it is. Mm. But that's real. Oh my God! I didn't see that. That's dope. I can only see this. Yeah. That's real. But real, honestly, my most vulnerable moment, honestly, seriously, is when I'm laid up in bed and I'm holding my best friend, and I can just be myself and tell, we can just talk. And I think people need to manifest. Meaning, write down your goals and your dreams and write them down. And every day, write them down. Whenever you have time, just write them down. Keep on writing down, and your brain will make that happen for you. It's not sorcery, it's not witchcraft, not anything. It's just logic, and the greats have taught that, and most people want to ignore that because they want to stay in their filth. They want to sit around and complain and mope. How many people are going out to dinner or lunch right now and talking about what they don't have? A lot. And that's how businesses are making so much. That's why the liquor industry is huge. Because everybody wants to sit around, instead of writing down what they want and working towards that goal, they want to sit around and talk about how much they don't have. So, you know what? Your brain's going to bring that to you.
Do you manifest in that way?
I manifest every day. I manifest every day. I write down what I am.
Okay.
And the most powerful word is I am. So when you get home, whatever you want to accomplish, just say I am it already. Because don't say I have. If you're looking for a girlfriend, say I already have her, and then describe her. And every day.
Now make sure it's mutual.
Right. You don't write.
Make sure it's mutual.
That's true.
Say that
that's good. Make sure it's mutual.
Right.
Mutual. That's but
you mine. No. Make sure it's mutual.
I mean, you can walk up and say, "You my girl." That's for some girls like that. You my girl, and they still laugh it off. Don't grab her and be like, "You my girl." I guess that's just like, whoa.
Ask it as a question.
Right. Just say, you can be mine one day. And just joke over, say the joke. Don't say it in like a dominating way, because most girls like that. When you say, walk up to them like, you be mine one day, and laugh it off. They like, hey, he's cute. He think he got me. How many stories has happened like that? Well, I thought I was it, and he got me though, because he planted that seed in her brain. He left her alone, and it grew on her own, because it grew on its own, and he just became a friend. Right. So many people are focused on having sex than just being friends first. I'm gonna say that again.
So when did you learn that lesson?
When I met Lee.
Okay. Okay.
And that's about it. I learned that lesson when I met her.
Okay.
I never had somebody who had my back like that. I always focused on the sex. I was focused on our looks and big butts, big boobs, big all that. You know, we taught that, big all this stuff. But then it's like it's more than that. Somebody who helps you grow. Somebody helps you grow and look good at the same goddamn time. That's hard.
That makes a big difference.
I say goddamn, not the other way. I think somebody hit my inbox and said you're using the Lord's name in vain. I said no. I say goddamn. So now I have to really pronounce God damn it, because it's like
articulation.
Right.
So let's take a quick commercial break. We got to pay some more bills. Thank you to my Aunt Val for tuning in. Thank you guys. Please share it out if you're watching. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Only on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Skirt, 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 skirt. Start, skirt, 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 start, start. I be up in the way. 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 Running on my face. Gucci guilty on my face. I be up in the way. 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 Bedroom phone ring, girl in t-shirt answers me. I get off on the way that she answers me. First time saw her, I knew she was the one for me. Ever since then, we been vibing on some chemistry. It's just a matter of time. I know she feeling my vibe. I got the keys to the ride. She put her hands on my thigh. She got that look in her eye. Let's tell what I'm riding.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world, I found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife, and it got hard to hide it. So when Quinn confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated babysitting with a passion. She deserved better circumstances. A black queen, she should've been blessed with certain chances. Look down upon, getting all the hurting glances. Making men change up all the twerking stances. She never cried about the pain, only gritted her teeth. But most soldiers never get a flower or a wreath. She like G.I. Jane in the war.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Because I don't watch TV. Like, it doesn't, normally just the sound of it puts me to sleep, and I can get to sleep, but it's interesting to hear somebody else have that perspective. Because normally when you meet somebody with that perspective, they normally are busy people that just work.
That's true.
And they're
Always.
getting things accomplished in that process.
They have to, because you are TV. Mm-hmm. You are the TV. You have to be. I'm not watching somebody else live that dream. I am TV.
So we're back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Can you tell us real quick, social media, how people can find you? Where's your next pull up? If you know it.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Dimitri Reeves, greatest of all time. But my social media is DIMITRI REEVES. You can look that name up on Instagram, Facebook, I don't do the different names. That's like little Tootsie Roll 777 and all that. I don't have time for that. I just say the name. Because everybody who doubted me will know that I am the greatest. Period.
So I was asking you at break, like, what do you have a schedule of someone be here this day, and you know some people call you and you decide?
Yeah, sure. So, and if you ever want to talk or feel whatever, or feel like you want to talk to somebody, because I do have herpes, and I did feel alone, but I expressed that to people, and so many people have come out and said, hey, I want to talk to you and thank you. I've got molested before, so if you need anybody to talk to, you can talk to me. I'll be there for you. I released a song called Never Be Far. I think you should check that out. It's definitely touches the heart. Again, I'm for the military and I'm for the police officers and those who help teaching. Everybody, if you help the community in a way, I am for you. I'm for the people.
How do you determine your material? So what's your process for creating? I'll say it that way. Just in general.
Meditating. Go out in the world and meditate near some water. Your body needs water, right? So go out near it.
So where? I'll ask you, what brought you to Baltimore? Because you're from
St. Mary's County. I'm from St. Mary's County. That's you get on I-95 south and you go to I-95 and you go south.
When you start seeing the cornfield,
right?
You're there
with the Amish. I go down there. They're building to a city now. It almost look like it's building up. Like it's really building up now. They're knocking stuff down. It's gonna become like a Baltimore. I'm like, I like the one this way, one that way. I like the simple. Now we have like 18 lanes.
Wow.
I'm slicing it, but 18 lanes.
It's coming.
So but I definitely want to inspire you guys to believe in yourself and love yourself.
So the initial kind of vision was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
As you've gotten a little bit older and you've grown in your style and you now have a style, who are you looking at? Who else has been added to that repertoire? I hear James Brown in there. And
yeah. It's Dimitri.
Okay.
It's me. I look in the mirror.
You
better preach if I had change on me. You preaching.
Like, oh, look at that, a whole dollar.
The whole dollar. Keep it. Because you preaching. Listen, that's real though. That is real. I look at myself because once again, that's my message. Look at yourself. But yes, there's James Brown, Michael Jackson, there's Prince. Definitely Prince. And everybody's scared. Somebody came to me and said, "You aren't you scared of attracting people who are gay or whatever?" I'm like, "You really worry about this?" Is what my logic. If you worry about where a man or a woman put their private part, you are a pervert. If you are not looking at them for their personality, you are a pervert. Period. You were thinking about their junk before they were.
Right.
You are a pervert.
Wow. That's honesty. Are you connected to politics and social justice issues? Like, where do you?
I am politics. I am social justice.
I am.
No, so yes, I mean that, but I'm saying. So what you saying? I'm sorry.
But I'm saying, how do those things work their way into your art? If they do.
Well, they do work their way into my art because now I'm talking. I just touched on that today. What I just said. I just touched on that today in my video because I'm like, I joke around saying when you look this good and stuff like that. But I want people to know that this is just to get your attention. Because if I came in here with a hoodie, sagging my pants, talking that, you wouldn't pay 2 cents.
Right.
But when I put this blaze on, these chains, when I put this glitter on, when I you see my eyelashes. When you look good, you can get people's attention. Then I tell you my message.
So the post that I saw, it was about a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago. Will we see that side of Dimitri more?
The post of me admitting what I had and that.
Well, just the honesty.
The honesty. Of course, I'm giving you. Are you saying I'm not being honest?
No, I'm in terms of the music's off, the dancing shoes to the side. I'm just giving you real me. Because even in the video, you started out.
I did. Okay. So, all right. Take my stuff out. I have to take that's called switching channels.
Okay.
Yes, I take it off every now and then when I get home.
Okay.
I get home, I take the character off, and I put the character on. because I have to get people's attention. And when you get their attention, you have their brain. And when you have their brain, you can insert a program inside of it that is different than everything else that they have consumed. So I try to tell people, I'm changing the world. I'm changing the world.
What has been the reaction in terms of the feedback that you get from your community, from your followers?
Amazing. I inspire them. I've had people that tote guns and sell drugs tell me, yo, keep doing what you're doing. I respect you. If anybody touch you, yo, I'm not playing, yo. I love you. I love you, man. Keep doing that because they need that. Because these kids need something out here to look up to. These kids are looking up to people who I'm not saying sagging your pants is bad. I'm not trying to get on anybody who do that. But kids are looking at people and they're mimicking that.
If that's all they
That's all. But that's not the bad part. If people who sag their pants were changing the world in a good, positive way, I think sagging pants wouldn't be that big of a deal. But because the shootings are going down and then the drugs go down and they associate that with sagging pants, like, oh, okay, that guy's a thug or that guy's whatever. Some people sag their pants and aren't that. It's just a style. And then they get caught up in a shooting because somebody's trying to hit the person they hang with and they end up dead and then they're on the news and their parents are crying and everybody's like, oh, we didn't do anything. But the person that they were hanging with, hey.
And that area that we was talking about, like that I grew up in, it really, that's what I saw. And I knew for me, I wanted something different.
Right.
And it wasn't, I have drug dealers in my family, and drug addicts, and a lot of different things.
Right.
But the examples that I saw, I knew I wanted more.
Right.
And I knew it was going to take me sometimes doing things that were not popular and moving out of my comfort zone. And it's taken me 36 years to do that, but just moving outside of that space of what's comfortable.
Correct.
How do you keep yourself encouraged in terms of, because you're probably meeting people that their energy is coming onto you, and their energy ain't always up here where yours is.
Right.
So how do you keep yourself encouraged?
I respond to them. If somebody said, yeah. So I hear people say what I wear is too loud, or I hear people say, I hear people say, you dress this way. Where you wearing a onesie? I said, yes, I got it from the store of greatness. You wearing this guy's wearing glitter? Yes, it is greatness. Greatness wears glitter. That's what that is. Everybody's scared of themselves because if somebody's projecting something on you, they're dealing with themselves, or they are, because they're treating you the same way they would be treated if they did this. So they're like, oh, I would get this. This will happen to me, so I'm gonna do this to this person because this will happen to me if I did that. That's all that's going on. So they make fun of you. You are part of the 1%. You're gonna change the world if they make fun of you.
What message do you wanna? If you had to put words to your message,
gotcha.
What would it be?
I say what I say, and I do what I do. My name is Dimitri Reeves. I'm here to inspire you.
And with that, we're going to go to another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. 2020, New Year.
It is what it is, radio show.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, listen. All right, say situation. Cause I keep telling y'all, it's different situations in the child support thing. You can't just pinpoint one thing. You can't just say, oh, here did be. That's why you're on child support. Oh, he this. That's why you're on child support. Oh, she this. That's why she on child support. No. Sometimes it could just go off of, oh, I just called him and asked him, can he pay for the pictures? He ain't want to pay for the pictures. I'm taking his ass downtown. Yup.
Well, you got to know. Know who you dating.
Hold up.
I just
called her. I just called her and asked could she just get Junior some shoes. She couldn't even get him no church shoes. I'm taking her ass downtown. Now, when you go downtown, you go down there and you get $500. Right. Now you mad because you getting $500. And now you really ain't getting no shoes for Junior or Lord CC because you're getting $500 now. Right.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, if you're a good father or a good mother, and you're paying child support, right? You still gonna go ahead and do all that because
hold up.
It's just what it is.
Hold on, and that's another situation.
Right.
But you know what that creates? Now when we at the party, mommy and daddy ain't even down there speaking to each other.
Cause daddy done paid for the party, and he done came out of pocket this month with $600.
So what he mad though? Why he mad?
Right, that's your child.
He shouldn't be mad.
Listen. He shouldn't be mad, but he also has another child with his wife.
That's on him.
Okay,
go ahead.
He got another child with his wife.
Okay.
Right. And you're
with
taking
his wife
and you're taking away from him.
And they taking away
And you're
from
taking away from
Well, he should have kept it in his pants.
Exactly.
Should have kept it in his pants. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Stop complaining.
You on some whole, he on some whole other shit over here. He on some whole other shit. I'm gonna tell him.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And those people don't exist in the grand scheme of it. And most times, after a while, their best. Look at Whitney. After a while, she couldn't be her best self on that one take. She needed a little bit more assistance. And I try to show them those examples, but children still, they see the flossing.
They see the outcome.
The glitter. They see that, but they don't see the road
that takes you there. That's right. Well, they have to. They would. My response to that. Okay. My response to that is they would have to believe in themselves. That's it. That's you really do have to believe. That word is so overlooked because it's just one word. Everybody's looking for a whole book, but they don't want to read the whole book. But they're looking for that book. Believe. That's what Michael Jackson taught me. That's what Jesus taught me. That's what Martin Luther King taught me. That's what all the greats that changed this world. They all said that.
Right. Where do you think, if you, and I normally save this question for the end, but I'll ask you now, what advice would you give to your 17-year-old self? And what question would you ask your 100-year-old self?
So, the 17-year-old me wouldn't believe what he's looking at. He'd be too scared of it. You know why? Because he wouldn't accept his greatness. He won't be able to accept his greatness.
Was all this on the inside?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It just popped.
Okay.
What I would say to my 100-year-old self?
What question would you ask?
What question would I ask?
How do you deal with this on a daily basis? Where do you get yours?
Greatness absorbs greatness. So I would ask my 100-year-old self, how does it feel? Because I'm already there. I already reached it. So how does it feel?
When you already living in the purpose of your goal, whether you know the how you gonna get there, or what you gonna do to get there, it's a comfort level that comes with it. Are you at that comfort level?
Yes.
Still?
No, I'm a comfort level. I'm not. I wrote down what I want. I'm not, or what I am, and what I'm going to receive. I'm not going to write a roadmap to it because I don't know what I'm going to go through. I could want to go to the grocery store. I'm not going to know that there's going to be a light that's going to stay red for 18 hours. But I know I want to get to the store. So I'm not going to map out my line. I'm going to just go and let it take control. Whatever you want to call it, let it take control.
Do you get tired sometimes?
Of what?
This tired. Do you get tired?
Do I get tired?
That energy is infectious, but do you ever
get tired?
You know what? I'm gonna just sit down right
now. I can't even pronounce that word. That's I don't get tired because I know when you know you change people's lives, it's an energy thing. It's a vibration thing. They give you energy. People give you energy.
Did that just turn on one day and it
just turned on?
Forgot where the switch was.
Yes, I did. I went around. I was like, what? I know there's a thing somewhere. There's a duck filming around. I'm still inside me going like, let me turn this thing off, and I can't find it. It's broken. The switch is broken. When you unlock the switch breaks, and you start inspiring other people to become better people. When you do that, that's something powerful. You right now are inspiring lives you don't even know it. Right now, when you go to school, when you go to school and teach, you are inspiring those kids. Those kids will remember you for the rest of their life.
don't know if they like me right now, but yeah.
That's why they remember you.
A couple years from now, yeah. I always get the comeback.
Right. Because they respect you. When people don't like you, it's going to take time for them to warm up to you. But if people don't like you, they really like you. They respect you now. Now, I got to respect
the
person.
Friction.
Right.
You're making me come out of my comfort zone.
Right. You put structure on them. You're like, hey, look, don't get out of it. You're not going to walk all over me, but they'll respect that. They'll come to you older and be like, I see what you're talking about now. You make me, oh man, you used to yell at me. Hey, now I get it now. You know, it takes time.
So, is there a baby greatness? What's going to happen with a baby greatness?
Baby, having a kid?
Yes.
Oh my God. I am 27 years old.
But you said
I'm going to drop greatness on when I'm 50. Then I'm going to go ahead and lay down and go to sleep for a long time. I am still growing. So a lot of people are having kids at young that aren't even grown yet, and they ain't even grown. So how am I grow something? I'm not all the way. I am all the way there. Let me fix that. I am all the way there, but I just don't want to have to take care of something right now because that's going to distract me from what I really want to do. Because I have to put all my time into that life versus putting all my time in the whole world.
And there's a level of selfishness that you have to have when you want ultimate greatness.
Yes, there is. And people have sold to people that selfishness is a bad thing. Just like they tell you money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. What you do.
The person who got it.
Right. No, not even just. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what you can kill somebody, kill somebody. That's right. That's true too. That's true. That in that way. And the way you get it can be doing something bad. That's the root of all evil. Money itself is not the root of all evil. So if you keep on thinking that, you're going to stay broke. You're telling yourself that you don't want money. You don't want anything. That's what you're telling yourself. You don't want nothing for yourself. If you say I'm a dummy or I'm a killer, I'm a dog, then you're telling yourself that you are killing your dog and you end up dead. That is just their brain's listening. It's gonna bring that to you. Sorry, I just spit right there. That's just I got too excited. That's all that is. I'm tired of these people just going around saying stuff. They don't know what they're saying. Even the word nigga. You don't know what you're saying. You're calling me, hey, what's up, nigga? I had to stop myself from saying that. I'm disgusted. I even said it right now because you don't know what you're calling yourself.
But it's still, that's the word. It was the meaning behind it and the uselessness that's being put on it.
You're trying to turn it positive. You're trying to turn it positive, but you can't turn. If I walk up to you right now and call you the B word and dap you up, eventually you be like, Dimitri, stop calling me that. Because the intent behind you cannot. You could turn negative energy into positive energy, but the word is negative. Just itself is just negative. When something is consumed with negativity, just consumed. It has a history of negativity that outweighs the positive of the word. Then it's going to be. I mean, if you keep saying it, probably in about 20, 30 years, the world become normalized because white people say it now. Whatever. They're trying to be white kids are saying they don't mean it in that way.
Right.
But I just want people to think about what they're saying. I'm not mad at them. I'm not downing them. Just think about what you say when you talk. Think about because your thoughts and your words become who you are.
So you meditate a lot and you plan. But what is your strategy for, like, if you today? I woke up. What's a typical day for Dimitri life?
Woo! I wake up, England, of course. I wake up.
Just a puff of glitter.
Just a puff. I wake up. I go take a shower.
Okay, that's important. Okay.
Right. I brush my teeth. I come back in the room. Me and Lee, we talk. We throw ideas to each other, and we get up and say, "Okay, we going somewhere today. What are we gonna do? We gotta do something today. We gotta write something down, and we gotta do something. We always gotta go. I'm on a mission, so I'm never really just sitting down, or I'll sit down and watch myself on TV because I'm great. I watch myself on TV.
So you gonna watch this tomorrow morning?
Yes, I am. I'm watching me right now. Look good. So you look good too. So but that's what I do. I wake up and I call people. I text people. I tell people, hey, if they call me, whatever, say good morning or stuff like that. I go outside to hug my manager. Okay. And I tell him thank you. I always tell him I appreciate Vaughn. I thank you. I love you to death, man. He has all love to you, man. He took me under his wing and just said, Dimitri, don't worry about anything. I got your phone bill. Just live, be great, and I'm gonna put my money behind you because my sources behind you because I know he told me one day you're my purpose. He said you're my purpose. So he's pushing me to just do what Lee. I'm her purpose because they pushing me, and when you push greatness, you are greatness because you come with greatness. That's what that is, and I thank them for that. I thank them because you got to be thankful for your circle. I'm thankful for you having me on your show. You didn't have to do that.
Well, your preparation and your work I'm not gonna say got you here because that's real arrogant.
No, it's real shit.
But,
I mean, real stuff. I'm sorry, because but it's real. It's real. It's real. If you didn't know who I was, you know, oh, street AU. Yeah, come on, man. Probably if you saw me dressed like this on the street and know what I did, like, okay, well, what do you do? Okay, I like how you're interesting. But the work ethic, that's what you have to do. Put in work to get people. Come on, man. You know that.
I'm imagining all the times that I've seen you on top of that truck or dancing in the middle of the street, and in my mind, I'm saying that's the level of artistry that some of these people that are watching him, people won't do that. Because that's beneath them. Because I need to be in the hippodrome.
Oh my gosh.
The right environment. That's, you know.
Let me know when you're done. I want to speak on that.
Go ahead, do your thing.
You sitting there saying that it's beneath you? There's a whole audience out there that somebody could drive by. Beyonce could drive by and see you. She has to take a car. Hell, she drives. So you gonna sit there and say that's beneath you? That is the biggest audience out there in that street. If you need a box, which is gonna limit you because you're boxing your talent, because my talent can only go so far inside this room, and you're crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, because the closer people get to their goal or to that sun, the more detached they become from those things that kind of
arrogance. That's cockiness. Saying when you look this good and saying I'm the greatest of all life is not cocky. That's cocky and arrogant. I'm too good to dance on the street. Well, you walk across the street to get to the place you're going. Now you're too good to share your art. What you're saying is I'm selfish. I want my art to be limited and boxed in, and I want people to sit down and watch me because I don't want no distractions. No, that street corner, that's talent. If you get out there and stop traffic, that is talent because they have to go somewhere. Some lady had to unplug her husband. She came over to me, gave me $20 and said, "You made my day easy."
I unplug her husband.
I swear to God to you. I'm not even, I'm serious. That happened. That's powerful. That is powerful.
Hold on, baby. I'll be back.
Right. Right. That's powerful.
Did you expect that once you started doing that? Because street performers have a really hard time kind of keeping it going. But how have you remain so consistent at it?
Because I'm with a great team. When you're with a great team, you're with great people, they'll keep you great. Don't hang around yes men. Not hang around yes men.
How have you built that team? Because that's a hard thing to do as an entertainer, because normally you attract people who just see how great you are.
Right. Well,
but how have you learned?
You know what that is? That's the attraction. That's
yeah,
what
but
you
they
want.
ain't meant to be there.
That's who you are. If you attract the yes men, that's what you want in your life. You attracted that. You feel what I'm saying? Then you want yes men.
Yeah.
Because you told the first guy told you no, you cussed him out and told him get out of your face. And somebody told you yes, you're like, I'm gonna keep you around. I like you. You reflecting what
what my needs are right now.
Exactly.
Is that how did you learn to be that? So I'm gonna be my most authentic self, so I can attract these people.
Right. Yeah. You have to know yourself.
Okay.
It goes back to loving yourself.
Was that your gift in the beginning, or did we have
this
a
whole
couple
thing?
Frogs that we had to go through?
Oh, we had to go through a lot of frogs. Oh, I had to go through a lot of frogs. Those frogs, I didn't know I was great. I was looking for other people to think I was great. I used to step out of the house and be like, does this look good? Does this look good? Does this look good? I look for other people's opinions because mommy and daddy and friends always told you don't do this or don't do that. Don't look like that because they're going to talk about you. Well, they're talking about you anyway. They just in their mind. It's not projected. So might as well have fun with it. Somebody told me if they're going to talk about you, you better get all you can out of that. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, this world, you're gonna die one day. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to face that reality.
It is amazing to me that we don't give those. Even as a resource teacher myself, we are artists, but I'm trying to give my students that, and that thing is confidence. Everything else falls into place once the confidence level is intact.
Yes, it is.
And the self-love is intact. Everything else, you can train somebody to be great. You can train somebody to be, average.
Right.
But you can't train them to be confident.
Nope.
I can't give that to you. That's something you have to
obtain yourself.
Go inside and find it.
Find it. Find it near the drawer that says pain.
How did you know that was the thing that you had?
How did I know?
I mean, coming from this side where it was questioning yourself probably and doubting yourself, how did you know, oh, I got it?
Michael Jackson.
So that day kind of shifted up.
No, not even that day until recently. I looked at it and said, study the greats and become great. I studied all the greats and realized the greats were just unusual people. Can you do me a favor? Could you tell me what greatness means? Unusual. So when you're unusual, you are great. But people want to put you through. I saw a TV show where a lady had her own style, and her friend said, she's so embarrassed when I go places. People look, please change her life. And the person changed them out, and they made her, and she came out with a suit on and haircut, and everything looked nice. But you know what she looked like?
Them.
Exactly. Robot. You ever see The Matrix? Mr. Anderson.
I always look at those shows and be like, this is weird. Like,
I said that.
Because the person be like, no, I don't want to, I'm comfortable like this. And they keep saying, no, you're not, you can't possibly be. And I watch it, and it's never funny to me, but it's just, I'm watching not them change. I'm watching these people over here who are encouraging the change.
Right.
And just seeing where they are in life. And often, they don't look like the person they're trying to change.
That's because they're dealing with them. Because they want to look like they want to be. You are listen to the key words. They're laughing at me. I mean, they're looking at us and they're laughing at us. Well, they're going to do that anyway because I'm sure they saw you trip on your way inside the Chinese spot. So it's crazy, and it's like I don't even deal with that. I don't deal with that. People, I've had somebody tell me, Dimitri, dress normal. And I did it for I did. I'm not allowed. I dressed normal. He said. My friend said, huh?
What was normal for you?
Just normal, like just like hoodie and like pants, t-shirts, just like everyday life.
What did it feel like?
It hurt. It burned. You ever see somebody throw holy water on? I was in the corner. Like, it didn't feel. No, I was looking in the mirror. I almost cried. And he was like, "Yeah, there you go. You need to be like that and that." And I'm like, I don't want to be that.
I've often felt the exact opposite. Like I can really clean up really well, but if I'm not comfortable, I'm like, like that. Come on, Nate, you on the TV, you on the radio. Come on, you gotta put a little pizzazz in it. Well, I put a necklace on. I'm good.
Right, but that's you.
Right, But that's interesting that you tried it and it just didn't work for you.
It didn't. I couldn't. It burned because I felt like I let myself down.
This is the family cookout. This is Sunday church. This is Easter.
God, can you put an all Easter in all caps? God damn it!
Six Flags.
God damn it! This is everything. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm dressed down for humans.
This is a run to what was the 7-star? The little grocery store.
Exactly. I went to the bathroom like this. You see what I'm saying?
I gotta get up. I gotta put something on. This goes to the bathroom.
Right. I don't know who's gonna be there.
So this has become not even your costume, but this is who you are.
Exactly. That's why I said earlier when you were like, so when the real you's coming, I'm like,
so when we come back, we're gonna figure out where this man shops.
Okay.
Like, where do you go? Because this not Marshall's. Maybe not the Marshall's I shop at, but this is not Marshall's.
It's Marshall's. Okay.
Well, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Only on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BigExposedRadio.com.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, it's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody. Sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. I know she couldn't keep her hands off from me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark. Show enough, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. We do whatever you like. Keep her hands off from me. I know she couldn't keep her hands off from me. So let's slide, you and me alone, to find who we really are. Crash into something new. I got that lamp hanging up the car. Told me you kiss, told me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, I wanna take you, but we gotta cruise so we can lose the crowd. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay cool, yeah, you cool, make a move, don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't keep her hands off from me. I'm not.
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted in an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Identify or see us because we know who they are. That's real. And I never thought about that.
I agree.
Until I live in Charles Village, so it's a lot of quote unquote weird walking around, and you don't know if that's good weird or bad weird. So you be like,
yeah.
Welcome back. Thank you all for staying tuned in. Please support this guy. Tell us your social media real quick.
Dimitri Reeves, Dimitrireeves. I have to pronounce it like that so you know the rest.
Reeves.
Yeah.
The question I want to, where do you shop, sir?
Greatness. The Isle of Greatness. The store of greatness. That's where I shop at.
Of greatness.
That's where I shop at. You go online, you look for glitter. You go to look for glitter, get glitter. Sprinkle over your clothes. Sprinkle everywhere. You know I wear glitter? You know I wear glitter? Wow. It's hard to get out, just like me. So you see what I'm saying? You have to be the light in the world, and where I shop at is, I shop everywhere. Online, actually. I do shop online. Or at Turning Point. You can go to Turning Point.
What's your style? If you had to define it, what's your style?
Greatness.
Greatness.
Greatness is my style.
Greatness.
If you wear what I wear, you are greatness.
This man. What advice would you give to anybody that's watching that is struggling with being who they want to be and wanting to be great, but trying to fight the trend or the stereotype or the fear?
Right.
What advice would you give to them?
Get up. Get up. Stop. I almost came across this table with those cameras. Get up. You are great. Don't worry about what people say about you. They talked about Jesus. They talked about Martin Luther King. They talked about Michael Jackson. They talked about the Wright brothers.
You ain't good enough to off that ground.
Yeah, right.
This
What
man.
you saying? So that's what I'm saying. Don't do that. If they making fun of you, if you getting talked about, welcome to the 1%. I say what I say and I do what I do.
What's the cost of being Dimitri Reeves? What does it cost to be Dimitri?
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice
of other people's thoughts. Then you can be Dimitri Reeves too. You just have to sacrifice other people's thoughts. And some people ain't willing to sacrifice that because it feels comfortable. Notice that when people start being themselves, it gets a little uncomfortable and their circle starts dwindling away. You became yourself, and you want to keep fake people around. What? Huh? Then there are people, they're scared of being alone because they don't love themselves. Oh my God. I take, give me that back. I'm not playing. These people are crazy. But that's real to us, you too. You too.
It's interesting. And even the line of questioning that I have for you today, it all amounted to what's the cost? And what cost are you willing to pay for your greatness?
My life. My life. I don't fear death. I do not fear death. I scared of it because I don't know what's on the other side. Sure. But being scared and being fearful are two different things. Two different things. I do not fear anything. I do not fear anyone or anything. Period.
Where will Dimitri be in the next 10 years? What's the 5-10-year strategy?
Dimitri Reeves will be greater than you've ever seen him before. Dimitri Reeves will be the greatest. He'll be just like now, the greatest of all the universe, the greatest of all life, the greatest of all time.
When you on top of that truck, you know what I'm saying, that got the nice banner on it now.
Right.
What are you thinking when the first couple start trickling up and you start seeing the crowd? What's going through your mind at that time?
Nothing. Nothing. It's like somebody asks you, what's going through your mind when you're interviewing these guys next to them, when you're interviewing great people? What goes through your mind? And you're like, well, the questions, that's it. Like, some people get this. It's right. So for me, it's just the next thing. I'm not thinking, can't think. You have to feel. Everybody's trying to think. See how it's like, oh, what's this and what's that? Sometimes just let go. Just let go. Everything will be fine. You ever worry about something? And then you're like, oh, I don't know how it's going to happen. Then the day comes, you're like, oh, snap. I don't know. I was killing myself that day. Worrying is like a rocking chair. You won't get nowhere.
If you could define Dimitri, in 2 words,
okay,
what would they be? Other than great. You can't use great.
I can't use great?
Or glitter.
Grab my glasses, Lee. Let's get it. 2 words. 2 words? The best.
Okay. Last question. One of my biggest fans, people I look to, Maya Angelou, she said, we can't ever define our legacy because it ain't for us to define.
Right.
We got to put the work in, and then somebody will see that years past when we get our wings. But if you could define your legacy from this point looking forward, what would it be?
Change the world. My legacy is change the world. That's my legacy. Leaving that, because anything I do, I'm changing people's thoughts. I'm changing people's emotion. I'm changing the way people think. Somebody came to me the other day and said the way you handled your situation with the thing that you had going on with you taught me. It taught me how to handle a situation. Instead of going to fists, guns, and everything, just hug a brother. Hug somebody. Tell somebody, hey, I love you. Tell your enemy I love you, because they're just repeating what that happened for centuries, generations, and they're repeating what happened to them. So they just want to bestow that on you. Oh, that happened to me, so I'm gonna do it to you. Everybody's fighting with themselves. They're gonna fight you because they're fighting themselves.
Last words, 30 seconds.
Sure.
Whatever you want to say to the people. That camera right there.
This one?
The one right down there.
I say what I say, and I do what I do. My name is Dimitri Reeves, and I'm here to inspire you. I got one question. Do you believe in you?
Well, I don't got nothing else to say. Dimitri Reeves, we're going to tag him in the post so you can find his social media.
Please.
Thank you all. January again is the unofficial return of the Artist Exchange radio show. We'll be interviewing a number of people from the cast and crew of Pearly. So look forward. And then February will officially start. So look out for all the new things that are coming up for the Artist Exchange radio show for 2020. New year, new me. What are you doing? Pearly. Come see it. I'm great in it. Thank you. Next up, it is what it is radio show. Peace out. Thank you, sir. Good work.
Thank you very much.
Because they had nothing else to do.
So it was like, imagine that
your late husband was actually your father. I can't imagine that because that's disgusting.